GTA 6 information has seen a notable boost in recent times, largely attributed to a significant leak initiated by a hacker. This leak has garnered considerable attention due to its release of over 90 videos showcasing the game's development progress. These videos offer insights into the animations, mechanics, and the two main protagonists of the game. However, it's important to note that the recordings contain numerous glitches. These glitches emerged because the files were being exchanged among developers who were working remotely to address identified issues. The glitches are a result of the ongoing development process rather than the fault of the hacker. This occurrence raises questions about how this hacker managed to breach the formidable defenses of Rockstar Games, a company known for safeguarding its unreleased content. By the way, I'm holding a giveaway for a PS5. To enter, make sure to subscribe and you have a chance to win. Now, back to the video. What makes this situation even more intriguing is that the individual behind the leak, an 18-year-old prodigious hacker named Aryan Kurtaj, had previously made headlines for hacking a major chip manufacturer. This manufacturer, Nvidia, produces chips that are integral to numerous high-end PCs. Remarkably, Aryan orchestrated this GTA 6 leak while he was on bail for the Nvidia incident. Curiosity naturally turns toward the tools and techniques employed by Kurtaj to accomplish this feat. Contrary to expectations, his toolkit is surprisingly modest. It comprises an Amazon Fire Stick, a keyboard, a mouse, and a smartphone. These unassuming tools, combined with his inventive mindset, were the sole requirements for his successful venture. Unlike the image of a sophisticated hacker operating within a secretive team, Kurtaj managed this breach from a hotel room with just these basic items. It's like a scene from a hacker movie that had its budget cut, yet this story becomes even wilder. Kurtaj wasn't exactly subtle, and yet his hack into Rockstar Games is hailed as his most audacious achievement. He took things up a notch by infiltrating the studio's Slack channels, boldly announcing his status as an attacker rather than just another employee. This declaration reached every genuine employee who happened to be online at the time. What's crazier is that after the hack, he went on to assert that he had managed to download the entire cache of GTA 6's data. His ultimatum was clear. Either Rockstar Games reached out to him on Telegram or he would release the source code. While this claim might sound grandiose, the subsequent leak turned out to be so massive that Rockstar Games had to admit the authenticity of the GTA 6 leak. It's quite a plot twist to have your best-kept secret exposed because a teenager in a hotel room decided to transform cyberpunk fiction into reality. The leak was colossal, divulging details about the game that had been subject to fan speculation and dreams for years. Elements like the female co-star of the game and its setting in Miami Vice City were suddenly out in the open. It's like a treasure trove of information that fans had wished for, all laid bare. However, the story doesn't conclude here. Let's not forget to mention the group Kurtaj was associated with, named Lapsus Dollar. Don't let the dollar sign in their name fool you into thinking they're just edgy teenagers. Keep in mind that these individuals possess the ability to breach world-class companies armed with nothing more than an Amazon Fire Stick. The American Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CSA, has an actual document that points out Lapsus Dollar and similar organizations targeting major companies. Lapsus stands out due to its remarkable effectiveness and the bold manner in which it executes its attacks. There are crucial lessons to be drawn from this incident. Firstly, cybersecurity is not to be taken lightly. Regardless of how robust or fortified your laptop may seem, it's still susceptible to hacking. Therefore, it's prudent to minimize the amount of confidential data you keep online. Furthermore, while undoubtedly causing a considerable upheaval within Rockstar, we should also take a moment to reflect on the positive aspects of this situation. Not only has this incident furnished both you and me with solid evidence, but it has also remarkably benefited Rockstar by garnering extensive coverage without incurring any advertising expenses. On a related note, if delving into the world of hacking is on your radar, here's a friendly piece of advice. Perhaps reconsider broadcasting your intentions on Slack. Just a little nugget of wisdom there. Alright, for those who can't seem to get enough of the enthusiastic GTA fandom, stirring up a ruckus amid the diligent efforts of game developers, the following incident should undoubtedly capture your attention. I'm sure most of you are likely familiar with the individual who disrupted German TV shows on 2 occasions to voice his thoughts on GTA 6. While opinions varied within the community, with some feeling embarrassment due to their fellow fans' actions and others remaining nonchalant, there was a general consensus that such behavior doesn't cast GTA fans in the best light. Oddly enough, it appears he didn't absorb the lesson, as he managed to find a way to create another disruption. This time around, his antics unfolded at the recent Gamescom 2023 event. One of the significant focal points of the event revolved around the celebration of the video game Starfield. This open-world sci-fi RPG had generated substantial anticipation and was among the most highly anticipated games at that juncture. The event featured the unveiling of a complete live-action trailer, a moment that had fervent fans eagerly awaiting a grand presentation. And indeed, the event didn't fall short in delivering an impressive spectacle. From the performance of one of Starfield's main themes by its music composer, Einon Zur, to a detailed discourse with director Todd Howard elucidating the gameplay mechanics, the night held the promise of being an extraordinary experience for every Starfield enthusiast. The event's host, Jeff Keighley, kicked off the high-profile gathering on a resounding note with the premiere of the trailer. Following this, he shared his excitement about the game, expressing how fantastic it was to play. Although he refrained from divulging specific details, he assured fans that they were in for a treat. The game was poised to captivate players with its well-crafted characters and awe-inspiring instances of space exploration. Regrettably, just as Keighley was about to introduce Todd Howard, the director of Starfield, an unexpected interruption occurred, courtesy of the individual associated with the GTA 6 incident.
Saying it, don't be jealous. I'm not allowed to say anything about it. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, guys. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Really disappointed. They're disappointed. That's just so disappointing. This is such a special night for so many developers, and it's really disappointing to see someone act that way. But we're going to move right on with the show. We've got a lot of great games to show you. Really, it's just so sad to me to see something like that happen. Tonight we're here to celebrate games in this community and how much they mean to us. So without further ado, I want to move right on with the show because we've got a lot to show you. And the good news, Gamescom, is we have someone very special here who can be here to talk about Starfield.
This unexpected turn of events, needless to say, left a sense of disappointment in its wake. Jeff Keighley expressed his disappointment on several occasions, given the significance of the evening for both enthusiasts and developers alike. Such occasions offer a platform for developers to finally present the fruits of their labor. Despite this incident, our host managed to maintain his upbeat demeanor and proceeded to introduce Todd Howard to the audience. This occurrence bears some resemblance to an incident from the previous year, an unscripted interruption during the 2022 Game Awards ceremony. On that occasion, an individual surreptitiously approached the stage where the Elden Ring development team was situated. This person proceeded to engage in nonsensical discourse about Bill Clinton until being apprehended by the police. It later emerged that the individual, known as Matten Even, was an online troll who had gained notoriety for in-person antics. Jeff Keighley himself remarks that such occurrences, where self-proclaimed fans disrupt events celebrating other games, are undoubtedly disheartening. Now, while you might be growing weary of witnessing numerous instances where individuals misuse their skills or intellect, it's worth noting that not all fans follow suit. In fact, a significant number of GTA fans channel their abilities in ways that enhance the enjoyment of the game for everyone. Take, for instance, the devoted modders who take immense delight in inserting CJ into various video games. Although this endeavor may not be exceptionally complex, with a skilled modder being able to accomplish it in just a couple of days, it remains admirable to witness fans expressing their affection for a character in such a creative manner. CJ's array of crossovers rivals that of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, extending from appearances in games like Dark Souls and Sekiro to traversing the realms of Hyrule in Breath of the Wild. It seems that modders are undeterred and will eventually ensure CJ's presence in nearly every significant game and media production ever crafted. Given recent developments, this notion appears increasingly plausible. Recall the game Stray, which captivated a global audience and kindled a newfound affection for feline companions. Now, dive into some research, and what do you stumble upon? A mod that inserts CJ as a cat into Stray. This is no jest. An actual mod exists for Stray, allowing players to assume the role of CJ in feline form. If this revelation hasn't astonished you, what follows might just do the trick. Enter Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon, a title that has graced the gaming scene for a mere week at the time of this posting. Marketed as a game set to redefine three-dimensional combat, it plunges players into an age-old scenario, battling against overwhelming odds while fashioning the perfect strategy to vanquish all adversaries in your path. The game boasts comprehensive customization options for your mech, enabling you to select weaponry and strategies that align with your preferences. It appears that some players embraced a high degree of creative liberty. Right after the game's launch, modders in the drop-off community were consumed by the idea of incorporating Mecha CJ into the game. Impressively, within less than 24 hours after the game's release, their ambitious aspiration materialized into the rather curious entity known as Mecha CJ. Is it just me, or does anyone else notice the subtle Frankenstein connection here? Take a gander at this creation. It certainly evokes that classic tale. Laughs aside, it's quite evident that the individual behind Drop-Off has developed a knack for integrating CJ into various gaming landscapes. Their involvement in the CJ Sekiro mod stands as a testament to their skill and creativity, yet their talents extend beyond the realm of CJ alone. They have a peculiar tendency to incorporate Shrek into diverse settings as well. If your appetite for CJ-related antics remains unquenched, you can even fire up Street Fighter 6 and partake in the experience of playing as CJ, courtesy of some clever mods.